Drift. If God had a playlist, I be on that bitch 3 times. Cause the flow is divine. That boy's a phenom. You boys are felines. Used to like them white girls and designer. I call them hoes Creeshine. Oh boy, the he fine. Oh wait, the refund. Don't want no 2 cents. Don't want no refund. Remember good times. There ain't no reruns. Used to watch Good Times. All of the reruns. They can't wait to see son. I can't wait to see someone. Kicking my feet up. Kicking my feet. Yeah.
Drift to my side of the globe.
Drift to my side of the globe.
Drift.
Drift.
Drift to my side of the globe.
Drift to my side of the globe.
Man, my guy here, Super Extra, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Yo, so we met recently, bro. We met at the Junket, I believe.
Yeah,
Press Junket.
Junket.
Okay, yeah, man. Shout out to Derek, man. That was a
That was
beautiful,
a vibe.
beautiful vibe, bro. That shit was really impressive, for real, man. For him to put that together. So,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you got out of that situation?
Yo, actually, I'm working with loud music,
Okay,
and
that's big, man.
yeah, like
Congratulations.
shit just.
So wait, you already had the link with them, or
Yeah.
this was your first time?
No, I've never met them people
Never.
a day in my damn life.
Okay, so you was at the Junket and they show love.
Yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
The distro company that I work with, Southwest Digital,
Shout out to them.
they helped put out my EP, my first EP that came out, and Call It Love,
And
and that's on every streaming platform. You
okay,
can
go get that In Love EP.
Call It Love, Call It Love, the
Call
EP,
It Love.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
And that shit's a vibe, so they hit me up and they was like, yo, pull up to the Junket, yada yada yada. And not on the yada yada yada, no ignorant shit, but just like
Right.
yada yada yada, pull up to the thing. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, what is it? Like, my first time ever experiencing like a bunch of different like media
Moving parts,
outlets,
yeah.
like just like
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts in
going.
there.
But I'm the type of dude, like, you put me in an awkward situation, like, I'ma always make something out of it. Like, I'm the type of nigga that's like, the glass always gonna be half full.
Facts.
So,
That's a
just
fact.
be who the fuck you are and go in there, like, you know, turn up and, like,
Do you?
have fun, do you. And that's what I did. So, 2 weeks later, I went to Dallas and I did a show out in Dallas. And, Mr. Derek was at the show that I had did.
That's
and
dope.
Derek is the CEO of Loud Music.
Shout out to Derek.
He was at the show, and he was like, man, 2 people from my team told me about you. Then 2 people that don't work on my team told me about you. And then he was like, I didn't even know you was gonna be at this shit. Like, to be quite honest, I just was coming because my partner told me to, you know, pull up and come
Right.
support. He was like, I didn't even know you was gonna be at this shit. And he was like, come to the office next week.
That's hard.
So
That's fucking hard,
yeah, he
bro. I
got
ain't
to
gonna
see
lie.
me perform live.
Yeah, that's hard, bro. I respect
It was
that.
a vibe, so
It be like that though, you know. You never know who's in the crowd.
yeah,
You
like
never know, man. It's just like you gotta just put your best foot forward, bro. Hit that stage.
Man, I got a question for him, Brody.
What's good?
You said the EP is a vibe. What kind of vibe? Take us there, because you know, for the people who haven't heard the actual EP, you know
Yeah.
what kind of vibe? Because that's a very strong name. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
what made you choose that title? What's the vibe on the EP? What are you trying to give off from that EP? And then, you know, how are you moving on next from that EP?
okay, so Call It Love. Call It Love is my first studio EP. Like, it's first time I ever like sat down and actually put a project together.
How long you been doing music?
I've been doing music for about, I want to say, I've been doing music my whole life. Professionally being a recording artist, I've been doing that shit for probably like 2.5 years now.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been doing music for 20-ish years, but
Yeah,
you know,
like
professionally releasing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play the drums, I read music,
Right.
write
Gotcha.
music.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, you a musician.
Musician.
Oh, you a musician. You know about that musicianship.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Musical brother right here.
So my dad's a Baptist pastor, so you know when you grow up in church, you
Oh, you got another pastor son. You got another pastor kid right
gotta
here.
be able to
Okay.
do every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta know how to play the piano, play the drums, play the guitar, like
Before you can walk.
you just gotta know how to do everything. So
Right.
that shit always stuck with me. But Call It Love is my first EP. Like, if it's a 6-song project. It's a vibe. When I say it's a vibe, I just mean like it's good energy. You know what I mean? It takes you through a journey of what love is to me. So it's a mix of pop and hip hop. We call it acid pop at my studio.
Call it acid pop.
Yeah, my producers call that shit acid pop. And it's just a vibe. Like, the first song is called Phase, and in the project it's literally about falling, being over it. Then like when you over somebody, whoever it is that you out there that you fuck with, when you get over them and you got your people with you, you just want to turn up, and it's like, fuck these hoes, fuck these niggas, like, let's just turn up.
Bring it to me.
Yeah,
Right.
like, it's a vibe. So it takes you through that journey. Like, you go from being enamored with the person, then you go to motherfucking like, damn, they fumbled one time. Like, should I trust their ass? Should I not trust their ass? Then it take you into like, man, fuck this shit. I'm just about to burn everything up and like
My best.
set this shit on fire. Like, fuck you, fuck your friends, fuck everybody.
Right.
And then after that, it's just like, you know, I got all that shit off my chest. Let's turn up. Like, let's have fun.
So that's the first song.
That's all of them.
Oh,
And
okay. Got you.
That's the story of the project.
All right, man. So when we get back, man, we gonna talk about the future albums he got in store. We gonna talk about some singles, visuals, whatever else. And we also gonna get into some more personal information here at Exchange and Hope Podcast. Vega.
Go.
All right, man. We back here, man, with my guy Super Extra. Look, man, I wanted to get into aesthetics. You know, 'cause as artists, man, that's a major part of the game. Like, if you don't look the part, most likely no one's gonna give you any time of day, any type of attention, any management, anything. You know what I'm saying? So to be an artist, there's a lot of aesthetic to it. There's a lot of almost costume design, a lot of creating a character, right? So talk to me about your character, talk to me about your style. Where did you get that from? Who inspired you? Is it all you? Is it some of you? An older brother, a sibling? Like, where'd you get it from? Talk to me.
Man, so like we was talking about before we started recording, I grew up in Baptist church. My dad's a pastor, mom's a first lady, and I'm the gay son. You get what I'm saying?
Welcome to the gay club, my brother. Welcome to the gay club. You feel me?
But when it comes to like fashion and choices and shit like that, I've always been in a household where I could be myself, genuinely. Like, before I even started taking music seriously, I was a whole choreographer. I'm still a choreographer. Like,
we might be talking later than my brother.
Like, when I tell you, like, I've lived my entire life doing dance competitions, like, literally performing my entire life.
Okay.
So, and when I tell you, I speak every language of dance.
I gotta check your show out. Man.
From motherfucking ballet to hip hop to breakdancing to tumbling to acro. Like, niggas speak a bunch of different languages. So when I had all of that, that's nothing but a big ass costume show in general. You get what I'm saying? And But in that field, you gotta fit into a
Mold.
Yeah, you gotta kind of like be not necessarily a robot, but you gotta do what they say do when they say do it.
So it's just like signing a record deal, basically.
Yeah.
So in
pretty
dance
much.
is like signing a record.
Yeah,
Really?
pretty much when you're working with a professional company.
Interesting. I never thought of it like that.
It's the same way for models though. When they sign
Yeah.
actors too, when anytime you sign a contract, you are literally obligated to do whatever it is that they're telling you to do. Like that's what you was paid. You're not paid for your artistry. You're not paid for whatever you think you're being paid. You're paid to damn near be their slave to do whatever it is that they're enforcing. That's why so many artists can't drop music when they want to, when they actually signed.
Yeah, exactly. So fitting into those different aesthetics, like I said, I'm gay as fuck, so it's like, why not like have fun with it? I love non-binary everything. Like I like
Even relationships?
Huh?
Even relationships?
Nah, I'm with a nigga.
Well, I don't get that. Can you explain? I'm a little ignorant. When you said I love non-binary and then
Like,
I don't get that. I thought that was saying.
meaning like gender fluidity when it comes to the way I dress.
Got you. That's not what I thought you thought. That's why. That's not what I thought you was saying. That's why I asked him. I thought he was saying he don't believe in traditional relationships, basically,
Gotcha.
or traditional things,
roles.
traditional mindset.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I asked him even relationships, because most people who don't believe in traditional ways of thinking usually don't do traditional relationships, i.e. you might date a man and a woman, or you might date two people at one time, or you might not even do the official relationship thing. You might just do whatever it is that you do. So that's why I asked that.
No, but I said some shit that was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm kind of confused on it. Is that this might be what a non-binary relationship is? I think Snoop Dogg posted it or something. It was a man and it was a woman, but I guess the man, I don't want to this is probably just bad altogether, bro. I'm probably fucking this all the way up. But the man was basically like acting like the woman in the relationship, and the woman was acting like the man in the relationship. Is that non-binary or?
I guess in a way it is.
Shit, I don't know.
He said I'm confused too. Nah, shit.
Like,
no, but non-binary just means not the status quo in my eyes. So whatever is not the status quo is going to fall under that.
I identify as they, them, he, she.
So basically what you're saying is today you might have on some girl pants. Tomorrow you might have look like a whole nigga and you wouldn't even know you
it's
gay.
Still me, like.
Got you.
At the end of the day, I just like fashion. Like, I just like.
So basically the things that you do don't determine
Who you are.
the things that I love.
Yeah.
Got you.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when it comes to like fashion aesthetics and shit like that, like I like masculine girly shit. Like if that's the
Boy, you about to explain that, my brother. What?
I like.
Explain
I like
what a masculine
shit.
girly color is.
I like shit that both. Like,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
So for
like,
instance, your green shirt.
yeah,
Like,
A manly man can rock it and a woman can rock it.
Like,
It just depends on how you rock
I
it.
want to wear it because it's legit an Ivy Park leotard. Like, I don't think a nigga would want to actually like wear that shit.
Got you.
But me personally, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's clothes. So that's like.
See, like I wear, like we kind of low key match. My shoes match you, nigga. Like,
Yeah,
so
like-
I fuck with the colors and shit. Like,
It's a vibe.
I mean, you're also light skinned, so.
nah, but it's just regardless. Like, so I get the expression part of the shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as the roles and shit, that's why I'm ignorant too. So appreciate the education. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
No, most definitely. That's all it really takes is a conversation. Like, at the end of the day,
Are you willing to have these conversations with people who don't understand though? Like people who genuinely are trying to get a better understanding.
want to have a conversation. That's different from just
Being ignorant.
and wanting to stay ignorant and being petty with being ignorant.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but if you genuinely like want to have a fucking conversation, like, who am I not to like sit down and
Right.
talk with you?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. My career is entertainment, but at the end of the day, like, I'm still a human at the same time. Like, so it's like, if I can help you out by having a fucking conversation with you,
right.
Why the fuck not? Like, I'm not gonna lose. Like, shit, we both winning because I'm putting you on to something and then you learning some shit. Like,
that's a fact. Yeah. I had a show at a Taste Bar last night.
Okay.
The poem I did, it was called Tower of Babel. It was basically saying, we need to talk to each other as black people. There's no communication almost. It is virtually non-existent.
Yeah.
And so that's what that poem is about. But yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like, I don't want to be ignorant forever. Help me out, you know what I'm saying? If we can have that honest discourse and get through some shit, regardless of how uncomfortable it is. I know now, so I know better, I can do better type shit. So.
And then you gotta look at the world we live in. We live in such a hypersensitive world. But then at the same time, we live in a hyper like open to everything type world. You get what I mean? Like,
we still sensitive as hell though.
Hoes be sensitive about shit, and then at the same time
be ready to turn up on your ass.
Like, it's so confusing, and I understand it. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I totally.
That's all a part of being human though, because you could feel one way today and feel totally different tomorrow about something. So, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, for a long time, even being gay, I just didn't understand gay men. Like, I didn't understand it, and it took me a while to understand, like, the way people have to accept me for who I am. Like, that's literally how I have to be. I can't be one-sided with it. You feel me? So it's an everyday struggle for not even just straight people. Like, some gay people don't understand different levels of gay because everything has a different level to it. You feel me? That's just what it is. So,
No doubt. On that note,
took him in the hole.
On that note, we gonna come back to y'all, man. We gonna talk about inspiration. We gonna talk about his favorite artist, his favorite track. We gonna talk about some of his dance moves, where he get his, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to teach me a thing or two. I'm trying to drift and shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get back on that. It's your boy Brook Vega, Exchange Your Whole Podcast. Holla. Boy Brook Vega, we back at Exchange and Hope, man. My guy Super Extra. Look, we was just talking about his lifestyle and he was educating me on shit. But I really wanted to really get into his inspiration as far as on the music end. Who helped you get to where you are? Who helped determine your style as far as artists go? Because I tell you right now, it ain't hard to determine who did it for me. So I know it ain't hard to determine who did it for you. So talk to me, who's your favorite artist? What's your favorite song right now? Why? You know what I'm saying? Talk to me.
When it comes to favorite artists, like, I love music, right? So I fuck around and one day my favorite artist might be Sade, and then the next day my favorite artist might be Frank Ocean, then the next day it might be Chloe, then the next day it might be Chloe and Halle.
Oh, okay,
Like,
gotcha.
Then, like, the next day it'll be Tyler the Creator, then
Okay.
Jaden Smith, Willow.
Okay.
Like, then it'll be Tierra Whack. Like,
Okay.
I just love music.
You got a decent roster on you.
Like Chance the Rapper. Like,
Okay.
I just like music, and of course Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. Like, them my girls. Like, but
Of course.
I'm just saying, like, I can't.
Any older acts and any
James Brown's,
I love
Jackson
not
5.
even James Brown, I'm talking
Prince.
our age, like our era, like maybe like I don't know, the Missies, the Ja Rules, like any of those.
Why do we skip that era?
I don't know. That's too pivotal for me.
Why do we skip that era? Like, what?
When it comes to that generation of music, it'll be like people like Erykah Badu.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
a
good one.
People like
That's a good one.
Jill Scott.
Gotcha.
Ooh, that's okay.
And,
Really good one.
I like your
What's her name?
selection.
Remind me of Jill Scott a lot. Music the Muse.
And then it's one more person who I really, really love. And so I'll say that they're my favorite artists. Tank and the Bangers.
Gotcha.
Like, I love her energy, the way she smiles, like, when she's on stage performing.
Is that Tink?
Tank and the Bangers.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you gotta look her up.
Okay.
Like, she's a vibe. Like, my favorite song by her is a song that one of my mentors did a project to, and it's called Roller Coasters. And I don't know why I just always fell in love with that song. Like, but if you listen to the lyrics, it talks about like how love is literally a roller coaster. Like, that shit go up and that shit go down and that shit go up and that shit go down. But you know, and then I just feel like whenever I hear her perform, she touches me differently.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like, I got a long ass list of like people that I got a long ass list of like artists that I would, you know, like that I would say inspire me. Like, I can't just put my hand on like.
Okay, I'm gonna change the question and change the tempo. Out of those artists you name, any artist you like, you only get one choice only. Who would you feature with? Who would you collaborate with? Out of all those names, you get one option. Like, this is your only collaboration of 2022. You gotta make a decision in the first quarter. It's already handled, it's taken care of. All you gotta do is hit the studio, like your verse.
Why are you doing this to me?
Give me one.
Damn.
And if you don't do it, you miss your shot.
Dun dun dun.
Pressure. Make diamonds though.
That's why he about to come with some shit. Look how hard he think it though. Look how hard he think he like, I got this.
He say only one. So then it'd be Doja. It'd be Doja Cat.
Okay,
That's a lot of diversity right there.
Because I
too.
feel like we could take it to like.
You trying to get famous overnight. That's what you trying to do.
We can take it to any.
You trying to get the stimulus package.
Any direction of music. I feel like she not afraid to like, bitch, let's do a pop record.
She not afraid of shit.
But then get on that pop record and like act as ratchet as fuck. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I like music like that. Like, I just like music that's a vibe, and I just feel like that energy would be like insane.
You know what's crazy? And I was waiting for you to mention it, but you haven't. So I'm a little confused here. But one of my favorite albums of the year, actually not even debating, bro. I can't even debate this. One of the best albums this year, when I talk about just quality, production, writing, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. Lil Nas X. He had one of the best albums this year. That shit is actually hard as fuck. Like,
oh shit.
I was sleeping on it, and then
I'm still sleeping.
Bro, listen. A lot of them songs, he probably didn't pen a lot of them songs, you know what I'm saying, by himself, but the effort was amazing, you know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate good music regardless of who it's from. It's great writing in that shit.
Yo,
so
shout out to Nas.
That album is great, so a lot of people overlook it, but
I can't make it to his album because I respect his extraness though, you feel me? Like, it was a point in my life where I couldn't respect it. Now I respect you being yourself, because like, I'm not gonna lie, that's something like I'm trying to really change tempos too, where I can just completely 100% be myself, because just like you, I'm a PK. So, you know, it's hard being a PK to be yourself.
With him, bro, I think what's even more fascinating is, imagine if he wasn't being himself. That's the most amazing thing to me. What
would it be like though?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even fucking matter. The world don't care, right? He's figured out a way to take advantage of the emotions of the world and basically just spin his narrative into it and make it So he's always the headline, you know what I'm saying? But we don't have to know whether any of this shit is actually true
or not.
you know what I'm saying?
So my question to you is that a route that you would take? Just being, already we see you unapologetically you.
Right.
But as far as being as vocal and as bold as Lil Nas X, is that like a route that you're willing to take? Is that one of the reasons why you didn't name him on your list, or did you just honestly forget?
When you say bold, what do you mean, like, as far as
I mean, the dude had a whole scene where he in the jail gyrating and just being him.
I just feel like that's artistry, like, to me. So I don't think that that's being bold. I just think that that's being an artist. Like,
so him dirty dancing on the devil was not bold in you. That's just artistry.
Oh, see, when we get to
that's what I think. He's just playing with the emotions.
Yeah,
like, he's playing with the pulse. So it's like, for me, it's like I think he wants to be on the spot about this shit. Like, okay, we got an interview. Hey, yo, what's up with that? You dancing on the devil? He don't even have to explain himself. Ultimately, he doesn't have to explain himself. He can just say, I was fucking with the internet.
Like,
that's it, you know what I'm saying? And that'll be a good enough answer for that, you know what I'm saying?
But I honestly think, like, I think that shit, and shout out to Sean Bankhead, like, who choreographed that shit, because I feel like that shit was lit. He
was a real dancer, my G. That nigga knew the choreographer name. That's
I'm about to say, which one did he choreograph?
The one where you're dancing on the devil.
Oh, the devil shit.
Yeah.
The one that you were just talking about with shaking your ass and the...
Yeah.
Oh, the jail shit.
Yeah.
That's the one with Jack Harlow. I fuck with that.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. That one, okay.
I don't fuck with the visual per se, but yeah, I fucked with the song.
No, I get what you mean, like, semantics behind it. I totally understand you. But, like, I fuck with that energy. You get what I'm saying? Like,
as an artist, do you think that your musicianship can ever be overlooked because of the antics or your artistry that y'all portray though? Like, is that?
And that's the thing. When you come to a Beyonce show, and definitely not comparing myself to Beyonce at all, but when you go to a Beyonce show, you know that you're gonna get a dope ass vocal performance.
For sure.
You're gonna get a dope ass dance performance.
For sure.
And you're gonna see some fire ass fucking visuals, and she might fly across the fucking air. But then at the end of the day, bitch, you enjoy all of it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not just one part, this part, that part, this part. It's literally all of it. And for a bitch like me, bitch, I grew up doing this shit. So it's like, it is what it is. Like, I'm having fun. Like, I'm literally enjoying myself. Like,
so do you start off like that, or do you just get to a point in your career where it's just like, you know what? If they get the whole package, cool. If they don't, that's on them. And when I say whole package, I mean, like I said, I haven't listened to Lil Nas X music because his delivery is a little too much for me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody around me is like, bro, you need to listen. Like, it's fire.
Yeah,
and I listen to one song and I'm like, you know what? Boy, might be on to something. But you know what? I still haven't listened to another song because the only thing I can think when I think of Lil Nas X is him gyrating on the double. So it's like, I can't move past that in my head to get to this actual artistry. So do y'all ever think about, like, does that affect y'all at the end of the day? That because your music is also your artistry. So if I'm not getting the music, I'm not getting the whole package.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
And I get where you're coming from with that, but then at the same time, as an artist, you gotta know how to separate my artistry from just
who you are as a person.
Like, when I'm making a fucking visual, like, granted, people gonna like it, some people not gonna like it, some people gonna love it, some people gonna do whatever the fuck it is that they do to it. Like, they gonna make memes of it, they gonna do whatever it is that they do. But then at the same time, some people gonna support it. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? Like, it's the separation between art and the artist. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You know what's fucked up though?
It doesn't
Without
happen.
the internet, I probably would have went and listened to Lil Nas music. If nobody never made a big deal about the visuals and all that extra shit, I would have just went and listened and get my own opinion. But now it's hard to form my own opinion because I got so many different opinions about this shit. And then I real life be struggling because real life I'm a preacher kid, so I do live for the most part, outside of being gay and smoking weed, I live a preacher kid's life, and I'm very
smoking
reserved.
weed is not.
Oh, we just talking about how people think. You know what I'm saying? In the eyes of the world, those are two major things that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
However,
nigga, it's people that make billions of dollars.
That's true.
Weed.
That's true. But we know how our people is. So I'm just saying, it's just fucked up how the internet can sway your opinion so much to the fact that whether you should or should not be listening to this artist, whether you should or should not be looking at these visuals or whatever. But the one thing I respect about Lil Nas X, he got on the Breakfast Club, and when they said, what about the kids that look up to you? He was like, fuck them kids. I don't mean fuck them kids, but why would you want to look up to me? And that goes back to, as parents, why are you not telling your kids the right people to actually inspire to be like, or, to imitate? You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll interject there. I don't agree with that response per se, because it should never be fuck those.
Definitely, I don't agree with that part.
Because ultimately, the message that you promote and you portray is what people are going to ultimately like and love about you. And so, at the same time, when you promote a message that you don't necessarily think that the following generation can grow from and learn from, then you're kind of just going nowhere fast in the sense of generational.
I don't think he meant it like that though. I think what he meant was...
but ultimately that's what it is.
Okay.
Though. At the same, like, he could say what he want in the moment because he's living in the moment, which is cool. I understand he's thinking like a child, but at the same time, when you have millions of fans and they do everything you say, if you tell them to block this person and unfollow this person or go follow this person, they're gonna do it. Tell them to buy this, they're gonna do it. With the devil shoes and the real human blood and the shoes, them shit sold out.
Quick. So my question back to you, Super Extra, is there a message that you want to portray? In that message that you're trying to portray, do you ever think it get overlooked because you're a super extra? Quotes in the air?
No, because, the first part of your question, I think that my message would be to the kids, to the adults, to the aunties, uncles, mamas, and daddies. Bitch, be your fucking self. If you yourself, people gonna rock with you regardless. I don't step in no room, make nobody uncomfortable because I am who I am. Like, you talk to me, you vibe out with me, I'll be like, that nigga fucking vibe. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no...
Just cool,
it's not me being somebody that I'm not. Like, bitch, this always been me. Like, this always been me. I've always been on the show, in the show, like, doing some kind of shit like that. Always. So, bitch, that's always been me. And I loved it. I still love it. So, my response to them, like I said, to the kids, to the adults, whoever listen to my shit, like, be yourself 100%. And if you trust who the fuck you are, whenever you get around anybody, them bitches gonna fall in line and they gonna respect you, because at the end of the day, you not fronting to do something that you don't want to do.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I love the world that I work in. Like, I love the rehearsals. I love the writing process, the getting in the studio, the punching the shit in, doing this shit over and over again, going back, like, fixing shit. Like, I love that.
Artist, you're a creator.
Like, I love that process.
So you love the whole creation process.
Yeah, it's not just one
It's not
part.
about money.
I love getting dressed up, like, trying on different outfits. Like, it's fun to me, bitch. You get paid to put clothes on. Like, that's fun. Like, and it's not in a bad way of superficial, like, oh my gosh, no, like, it's legit fun. Like, you get to pick out who your dancer's gonna be. You get to do do this, that, and the other. You got people helping you with your visuals. You got people helping you with, like, take pictures and shit like that. Like, it's fun. Like, it's 100% fun to me. So it's like, but I feel like if I wasn't genuinely who I am, or if I was trying to be somebody else, or if I was trying to, like, fit into a mold that bitch don't even fucking exist. Like, it wouldn't. I don't think that I would be where I am or be going where it is that I'm going, because at no point at all do I feel like I'm just there yet. Like, you get what I mean? Like, and
you're not comfortable.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's always something that you can do, or that you can be learning, or that you can like fix on or work on, or like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's just how I carry myself, and that's what I would want for people to receive from me when they go to a show, when they sit down and have a conversation with me. Like, just be yourself. Like, if you be yourself,
yeah,
like,
they be cool as shit. Yeah, no doubt. Don't fuck with nobody. It's simple. Stay out of
So basically, your whole persona is the message that you're giving off. From the way you dress to the way you act to the way you carry yourself, that is the message.
Period. Like,
yeah. We just articulate it for those that don't see it, and that's it. Call it a day.
Cause I'm not no dumb person. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I can legit have a conversation with you about anything. Like, I'm that hoe. Like, bitch,
Gotcha.
I could talk to your ass about anything from motherfucking cryptocurrency to goddamn what planet is in the goddamn, you get what I mean? Like, so it's not just a, oh, you know, nah, bitch, like, I like making music. That's what I'm doing.
People don't realize that most people make music actually are smart as fuck. Like, think about all the wordplay, all the, you know, like, it's a lot of thought that go into music that people don't never really sit down and think. Like, if everybody can do it, everybody would do it. I mean, making music is very lucrative, you feel me? And clearly it's not something that everybody can do. But switching...
Everybody's doing it.
I mean, not everybody. I'm not about to get out here and be no rapper or no singer.
But you can.
Nah, I can't. That's not my life. You feel me? Like, some people just need to realize that ain't their life.
You know what? I can't. I actually thought about that too. I was like, there's never been a time in my life, probably not in yours either, where you seen yourself not being an artist. So
I tried artistry, but it just wasn't my thing.
Right, but it's motherfuckers that I know that was never an artist, and to me, it's kind of weird. It's like, how could you not want to create, nigga? Like, what the fuck?
We create just in a different way.
Right, yo, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would not think that my ass would be performing vocally,
right,
making videos and all this other kind of crazy shit. Like, when I tell you my ass used to be in a fucking ballet class in the morning, in a jazz class, in a motherfucking like rehearsal, like, bitch, I was dancing, like dancing, like, and not like strip club dancing, no, like actually like you had a professional career as a dancer and a choreographer.
I need your help, bro. I need your help, man.
So, but in the process of that, I lived in New York City. So,
okay, what part?
Oh Lord, don't get me started.
Okay, I'm from Brooklyn. So.
That's where my partner's from. But I lived in New York City for 8 years, so I turned 21 in New York. I spent my whole, like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
that part of life in New York.
How was that? What did you do
like,
your 21st? In NYC?
Through a fucking crazy ass.
You went to one of those rooftop parties?
No.
No?
I had my whole block lit.
Okay, you had a block party.
Like, that shit.
He said he had no block hot. Boy, stop playing, get low, ain't up.
Block parties was lit.
I believe, especially New York, because y'all energy just totally different the way y'all interact with each other and shit.
Bro,
like,
block parties is too different.
It was so crazy. And then I had a party in like this speakeasy. Like, you walk into like this vintage clothing store.
They got the swinging doors.
And then you go through this like random ass door, and it takes you into like this big ass like ballroom.
Damn. Top secret type shit.
Right.
That was fun. That was fun. And yeah, they made me like this cake. It was like this big ass like weed cake.
You sound like you was turned on your 21st. Damn, boy.
I was turned on mine too. So.
I was too, but I just feel like New York vibe just gonna turn you up even more into a different level.
But yeah, like I feel like I became who I am like there. And while I lived there, I was doing like a podcast and a radio show on this app called Station Head. And so I would play independent artist music from like all over.
Or you were
like,
supporting even back then?
Yeah, like I would just play artist music like from all over. So like from Houston, LA, New York, like DC.
Everybody
like,
get on from them times?
no, like people would fuck with their music, like just vibe with their music. Like
I'm saying like anybody from those times you used to promote, are they established like right at
it was for independent artists, but yeah, some of them are like, some of them was on like different TV shows. Some of them have huge following. Like I was interviewing people from like that were literally just starting to people who actually had careers as like musicians. So like in their cities, they doing crazy.
That's dope.
And that's always been me. I've always been like a person that's like, bitch, it's enough room at the table for everybody.
That's what I was just about to
So
say.
if you confident in what the fuck you doing, like my shit and your shit gonna be two different type of things. Like
They could have the same title and still be two different things.
two different things.
How many songs we know called fucking Dot or Love?
Right.
Exactly.
Yo, another thing is, like we was talking about creatives. There's guys like us who create, and then there's guys who create, but like she said, in different ways. They need people like us
For
to
sure.
help them get through.
For sure.
whatever the fuck
That's why influencers are such a big thing right now.
Yeah.
Because they call it influencers for a reason. Because
Right.
literally, artists influence everything. Like, I don't know if y'all really into sports like that, but one thing, coming out the 90s into the early 2000s, they kept on saying that rap influenced the basketball industry so much. And you'd be surprised, like, how they intertwine with each other. They go hand in hand. Like, but like it go back to what you said. Everybody is an artist, just in their own way. That's what it goes back to.
And then each artist eat off of each other, right? So it's like when you go creating and putting together your events and shit, you need creatives for the music end, right? And so that's where we meet.
Circle
That's
back
where we
around
create
and
that.
I feel like that's how art should work, honestly.
Yeah.
Outside of the business side of it, because of course we all want to eat, we all want to make money, but then I still feel like art should literally like be, collaborative. Like,
yeah, no doubt.
when you look at a Michael Jackson concert, like that nigga got a band, that nigga got a light technician.
Like all that.
It's so much that goes on into it. I posted some shit like that on my Twitter the other day. I said, when my daddy be in charge of motherfucking pyro at my concerts, y'all, it's over for y'all. Cause that shit about to be crazy.
I fuck around, go to Cali, the niggas on the beach be juggling fire. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, what's up, man? Come to my show. Come do this shit right before I get on. It's gonna be lit, bro. Yeah, come juggle that.
I say, when my daddy be in charge of motherfucking pyrotechnics at a show, nigga,
Killing it.
y'all gonna be, it's over for y'all. That's literally what I said that shit the other day, and it was just funny because, like, my dad has always been supportive of everything that I do. My mom and my dad. I can tell them niggas I want to be a bungee jumper. And they'll be like, oh,
Let's go get some bungee cords.
ropes and the cords and let's go get you a bungee jumping suit and see how you do it. Like, so I've always had those type of parents. Like,
So just to intertwine, because this is a big thing, especially in the gay world, LGBTQ, let's be politically correct. I'm sorry to all my gay people. How is it having parents that's supportive of you through everything, even though you're a gay black man? Because 90% of gay black men don't have that story. They can't say that.
And so I feel like that's why I'm so
who you are.
Yeah, you get what I'm
comfortable
saying.
with
It's
it.
like, and don't get me wrong, it's not saying like, oh, every parent is like this, like that, because the dude that I'm in a relationship with, his parents are just as supportive of him as mine are of me. So it's not like it's just one-sided and he from Brooklyn, I'm from Texas. So it's like, you get what I mean? But I understand that, nigga, I'm blessed as fuck. Like, because everybody don't have that. But then at the same time, I have the parents that took me out of public school, put me in performing arts school since I was a child.
So they
they pushed me
to be
into like, into being a performer, into being like, you get what I'm saying? So like when I had my first performance like out of the country, my mom, like literally my mom and dad have probably only missed 3 of my performances. The first performance they missed was only because my sister was having my niece.
That's
and like
crazy.
if she wasn't having my niece, like they would have been there.
For sure.
And I know that shit for a fact because it was the first time I ever had to hold a hoe over my head. Like and then so that was big to me, like bitch, I'm flexing, like I get to hold this hoe up like on some dirty dancing type shit, like, and my mom and daddy missed that shit, like, but I get it, like it's my niece, I love my niece with all my heart, but at that moment, like, you get what I mean?
Unfortunately,
like,
that's the downfall to parents having multiple kids.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But other than that, like,
I'm gonna be honest, as long as they going, bro, cause
that's why I say everybody's situation is different. Cause
it's
like
different.
I got to see it on both spectrums. Because when I first came out, my mom was like, "Hell no, I'm a preacher. That ain't gonna fly." But as I got older, she understood like, okay, this might not be a phase. This might be who my daughter really is. Let me support her. And the way I felt then when I didn't have her support versus now that I have her support, like there's nothing in my mind that I can't do. Especially having my mama's support, you feel me? Like And like, back then, I used to question it like, damn, if I do this, who gonna actually come see me? Like, nobody is going to support me. Now, like you said, I've had 6, 7, 8, 9 shows in Houston. My mama's still in Michigan. She don't miss none. At all. Like, you damn near have to kill her for her to miss a show. You get what I'm saying? And I don't mean just to show up. She show up, she help, whatever I need. She calling me to make sure my mental right. She texts me every day like, you good? Are you prepared? You get what I'm saying? Like that little stuff means so much in the world we live in today. So
my mom was talking to the CEO of Loud Music, and she was like, at this point, like, and she was like, at this point, I just let SUPA just do whatever it is that he want to do, because my mom and my dad was there. So it was me.
That's so fire, bro. That is so fire, bro. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that is just fire as hell. To have, you grown as hell, and to have your mom and dad in a meeting. And like, that is the most fire shit I ever heard, bro. Like, stop it.
So are they your management?
They just know that my family worked in the business. Okay. So like,
they not about to let nobody take advantage of you. They
not my management. They not nothing.
They just real parents.
They like, bitch,
this my baby.
Like, when I tell you, like, my mom used to work for the president of Shell, like, as like.
You know what I'm saying? You
do what it is that I want to do.
Just take that step off the cliff, you know?
Yeah, and them niggas gonna push me to fly like.
Commercial.
They gonna push me to fly. They gonna be like, just do that shit, like, and go to the fucking moon. Like, that's our catchphrase for this year. Like, take that shit to the moon. Like, go up, cause
that's definitely the catchphrase.
Go to the fucking moon.
So what you got as far as projects concerned, singles, projects? I know you got the project you dropped. You said that was your first one.
Yeah, I just released Call It Love probably like 3 months ago.
Okay, so it was fresh.
Yeah. I released the first 2 videos for it, Phase and Spaz.
Okay.
They 2 totally different vibes of music. I'm releasing TikTok, the last song on the project. I'm releasing that music video in probably a couple of weeks. It's gonna be in this month.
Who shoots your videos?
Ralph, my boy. I don't even know how to pronounce the last name. It's like Kanano. Ralph, please don't kill me, bro. I just called my nigga Ralph. Like,
Ralph, I need a video, dog.
Shout out to Ralph.
It's like Canon, but then it got an O at the end, so I don't know how.
It might be silent, it might not be. We don't know.
You get what I'm saying? But I know that like that is like Ralph Kanano. Like,
right.
Got you.
I don't know.
Shout out to Ralph, man.
For sure.
Check out the work. We're gonna check out the visuals for sure. We're gonna check out the album.
I had a question though, because we talking about artistry and all of that stuff. I see you getting your Russell Westbrook on. So, oh wait, y'all not into basketball like that. So, Russell Westbrook known for wearing all the different colors in his hair and all of that stuff. So I just want to know, is it like specific thinking behind that, or just how you feel that day?
just feel
Because like you gonna be blue for a long time. So do you dress to match your hair every day?
No.
Is it just like, nope, my hair blue and I might have on purple today? Or you know,
yeah. Well, my hair used to be white. Yeah.
it's like you said it so nonchalant. My hair used to be white. What are you talking about?
Like probably like the month of the press junket, it switched to blue because
It switched.
That's how you was feeling?
You said, it switched.
yeah.
What does that mean? It just changed blue by itself?
Shit, I didn't do it. So
Fucking dead.
So this wasn't
They just switched to blue.
So it was white. Now it's this.
and now it's blue. Yeah.
Interesting. What's next one? It's gonna be something else.
Shit, I don't even fucking know. It might. Hell, I don't know, cause it was red at one
You gotta let
point.
motherfuckers know whatever you use it though. Cause them sticks niggas like that shit.
It was red at one point, and I don't even know what color it was. It was like a reddish orange like color,
Okay.
but
Before
I
white.
liked it. Yeah. Well, no, it was like white. Then for like 4 days, it was that reddish orangish color, and then I was like, I don't like this. It made me feel like a troll. And I ain't talking about like
Dead.
one of them cute little trolls. I'm talking about like one of them
Cave trolls.
Yeah, like I did not like that color at all. And
Dyed it back white.
no, I ain't do it. It's
So
just
it's just switching on you like this.
period. Like
That's crazy. Then you got fluorescent hair. Shit just changed. We wrapping it up. All right, man. This is Exchange the Whole Podcast, episode 3. This has been one hell of a conversation, bro. I had so much fun. Learned a lot, man. Everybody go follow.
yeah, they was like take this shit seriously, and so they did that. A month later, my first single was picked up by a label. And they did a single deal with me, and that's how that shit got started. We just went and
What was the name of the single?
Cloud 9, but I'm about to redo that. How I pulled it off of. It's probably been like up for like 2 years now. I pulled it off of every streaming platform because I'm about to revamp it. But yeah, so.
I think it's dope. You got so much support, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that's next level. That creates that comfort for you to sit on that edge, because this artist shit is not easy, bro. It's like you constantly standing on the edge. You don't know what the hell the next move should be. There's no instruction manual on where you should go. Having your folks in your corner, bro, is one hell of a cushion, bro. I can tell you right now, I don't got it. At least I didn't have it in my early age, you know, when I first started.
Yeah.
So I was trying to on a journey to prove to my people that, yo, this shit was something I really was interested in. It's something I'm really good at. So it took some time. But I tell you right now, they don't come to the shows and shit. I mean, it's probably because they're not in the world per se, but it's definitely a different, perspective, I guess, way to look at it. So you definitely blessed in that aspect, bro. Like, to have your folks in your corner reading contracts and shit, man. I wish, you know what I'm saying? I wish. I done been fucked by some engineers because of that bullshit, you know, because I didn't know what I was doing. So, for sure. But yeah, we just gonna holler at the people, tell them where they can find you on all socials, on streaming platforms, DSPs, talk to them.
Yeah, it's your boy Super Extra. You can follow me on every social media platform as Super SUPA _XTRA, and look out for my next visual coming out TikTok at the end of this month, and then also look out for some of my singles that's coming out.
Definitely. And this your boy Brooke Vega, man. We here at Exchange of Hope Podcast, episode 3, Tress, baby. Number 3 times the charm.